वेलकम टू कोडिंग वाइब्स। दिस इज़ द सेकंड वीडियो ऑफ सिंगल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल। और इस वीडियो में हम मेजरली 3 चीज़ें डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। एक तो लास्ट वीडियो में जो एग्जांपल लिया था उसका कोड देखने वाले हैं। नेक्स्ट एक और एग्जांपल हम देखेंगे एंड देन एंड में हम सिंगल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल के बेनिफिट्स समझेंगे। तो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। फर्स्ट थिंग फर्स्ट, हमने लास्ट वीडियो में जो पेमेंट सर्विस का एग्जाम्पल लिया था, आई हैव जस्ट कोडेड इट डाउन। लेट्स जस्ट गो थ्रू द कोड, राइट? So this is the payment service that we created in the last video, right? So if you see, so I have implemented it, making sure that we are following SRP principle, right? Now this payment service has instances of 3 things: payment processor, invoice generator, and then notification service. And then I have initialized it for now using constructor, and then there is a method called process payment, which basically calls process method from payment processor. Then after it generates invoice, and then at the end it triggers a notification, right? So if you see now, a payment processor is altogether in a different class. So the only responsibility it has is processing a payment, right? So no other thing, it's just process the payment. So this is about payment processor. And similarly, invoice generator has a single responsibility of generating invoice, right? So it's again following the single responsibility principle. And if you see notification service, again it has a single responsibility of triggering a notification, right? So this is also following a single responsibility principle. So this is the example that we took in last video, and you can go back and see that video. We discussed everything about single responsibility principle, right? So I have another example where I have a class user management, right? And broadly अगर हम देखें तो इसमें what are we doing is we are adding some users to database, and then we are deleting some users from database, then we are triggering a notification to the end user. So why I took this example, I wanted to make sure that we are very sure about single responsibility principle, right? So एक बार देखते हैं कि अभी इस यूज़र मैनेजमेंट क्लास सिंगल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल फॉलो कर रही है, नहीं कर रही है, राइट? सो इफ़ यू सी, कुछ डेटाबेस रिलेटेड ऑपरेशंस कर रहे हैं हम यहाँ पे, एंड देन देयर इज़ अनदर थिंग दैट वी आर डूइंग इज सेंडिंग अ नोटिफिकेशन. सो आई थिंक समझ में आ रहा होगा हमें कि ये जो पीस ऑफ कोड है ये रिफैक्टर किया जा सकता है टू मेक श्योर कि जो अपनी यूज़र मैनेजमेंट क्लास है या सिंगल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल फॉलो करे. रीज़न बीइंग, हम डेटाबेस से रिलेटेड ऑपरेशंस कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, राइट? एंड देन सिमिलरली यहाँ पे नोटिफिकेशन सेंड कर रहे हैं. तो ये नोटिफिकेशन जो सेंड कर रहे हैं, दिस कैन रिसाइड इनटू सम अदर प्लेस, राइट? एंड सिमिलरली ये जो ऑपरेशंस है डेटाबेस के, ये किसी और क्लास में रिसाइड कर सकते हैं. सो व्हाट वी कैन डू, वी कैन प्रोबेबली क्रिएट अनदर क्लास, लेट्स से user manager, and then let's just say it takes care of this part where we just save the details to database or delete the details from database. So user management takes care of these things. Or sending notification, again we will have to have notification service, right? What we can do is we can again create another class, let's say notification service, and then let's say it has a method void trigger notification. Now it will take a user, right, and it triggers the notification, right? So we have now from user management we have removed this code to in a separate class called user manager, right? And then sending notification is also moved to another class called notification service. Now couple of ways. One is either we can have user manager and notification service over here, right? We can initialize it over here, and then we can do the rest of the things, right? Let's just say there's a method, main method, let's say, right? And we have, for now I'm keeping it static so that I can just make call to those methods, right? User manager dot add user, right? And we can always give a new user date, right? And similarly, let's say notification service start trigger notification with this same user can be passed to this, and then here as well, right? So there is one way, right? Another way could be in user manager. We can, if you want to trigger notification from here, we probably want to inject the notification service over here. We have a constructor, so let's do it over here. Now what we can do, we can say notification service start trigger notification, and we have user, right? So if we see now, the logic to trigger notification would reside into this particular class. We are just invoking it from here by injecting via constructor, right? I hope this is making sense. So these are two examples that I wanted to discuss in this video. Next, we'll be looking at the benefits of single responsibility principle. So I have listed down the advantages of SRP. Let's go one by one, right? First point जो मैंने लिस्ट डाउन किया है is about enhanced readability. And what does that mean? इसका सिंपल मीनिंग ये है कि जो भी कोड बेस है, अगर वो SRP फॉलो करेगा देन उस कोड की रीडेबिलिटी अच्छी होगी. ऐसा क्यों होगा, एक बार समझते हैं. जो एग्जांपल्स हमने लिए थे, लेट्स से जो नोटिफिकेशन सर्विस है, राइट, अगर वो SRP फॉलो कर रही है तो उसमें जो कोड होगा वो मोस्टली नोटिफिकेशन सर्विस से रिलेटेड लिखा होगा, राइट. सो इफ़ आई एम गोइंग थ्रू दैट कोड बेस, इट वुड बी रियली इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड कि वहाँ पे लिखा क्या हुआ है. इंस्टेड अगर वहीं पे लेट्स से नोटिफिकेशन सर्विस में हमने इनवॉइस जनरेशन भी रखा होता, राइट, तो इट बिकम्स रियली डिफिकल्ट कि लाइक we are going through the notification code base, and then in between we have some logic of generating an invoice, right? So the readability of code would not be really good. So if there is a class which is following single responsibility principle, for sure it will have better readability. And there is one important point. If you see over here, I have written class or module, right? So सिंगल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल का ये मतलब नहीं है कि सारी चीज़ें एक डिफरेंट क्लास में ही जाएं. देयर इज़ अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि आप एक सेपरेट पैकेज या मॉड्यूल बना लो, राइट, जिसमें सारे रिलेटेड चीज़ें रख सकते हो आप. सो दिस इज़ रियली इम्पॉर्टेंट. इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट क्लासेस, इट्स अबाउट सेग्रीगेटिंग दी similar logic into a package as well, or into a module as well, right? So this is about enhanced readability. And then the next point is easier testing. Why? So what does that mean first of all, right? So अगर कोई code base single responsibility principle follow कर रहा है, then it would be easy to test. And I think वो समझ आ रहा होगा हमें, हमने जो भी एग्जांपल्स देखे हैं, राइट. लेट्स से हमें नोटिफिकेशन सर्विस टेस्ट करना है, राइट. सो गिवन इट विल हैव ओनली लॉजिक रिलेटेड टू नोटिफिकेशन, इट वुड बी इजी टू मेक श्योर कि हम सारे के सारे केसेस टेस्ट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, राइट. एंड इसकी डिपेंडेंसी भी किसी और चीज़ से नहीं है, राइट. सो वी वोंट हैव टू रियली केयर अबाउट कि इनवॉइस जनरेशन कैसे वर्क करता है इसको टेस्ट करते टाइम, राइट. सो हमारा जो फोकस होगा वो मोस्टली उस लॉजिक को टेस्ट करने में होगा. तो ऑब्वियसली टेस्टिंग इजी होगी, एंड वी कैन डू थ्रो टेस्टिंग एज वेल, राइट. वी कैन ऐड एज मच टेस्ट केसेस टू कवर all the aspect of the code base, right? Now the third point is clearer design. What does that mean? So जहाँ पे भी SRP फॉलो हो रहा होगा, एक चीज़ तो श्योर है, राइट, दिस पार्ट सेपरेशन ऑफ कंसर्न्स. सो हमने जो भी एग्जांपल्स लिए थे राइट, उसमें हमने नोटिफिकेशन को अलग किया, इनवॉइस जनरेशन अलग किया, पेमेंट प्रोसेसर अलग किया. What essentially we were doing is we were separating the concerns. So payment processor was only responsible to process a payment, notification service was only responsible to trigger notification. Similarly, invoice generator was responsible to generate the invoice. So SRP is promoting separation of concern, and with separation of concern your design would really be very clear, right? Now next point is about easier collaboration. What does that mean? So let's say there is a project, right? Let's say a payment service itself, let's say it's a huge project, right? Now we will be having multiple teams or people working in this project, right? So if the code base is following SRP, we can easily say that a set of peoples can work on, let's say, notification aspect of the things, right? And set of people can work on payment aspect of the system, right? So it would be really easy to define the responsibilities of everyone, and with that it is easy to, like, it would be easy to collaborate, right? The last point that I have written is improved maintenance. What does that mean? So given all the changes are like they are not related to each other, right? If a class is following, a project is following SRP, that essentially means the code is very well separated, right? The separation of concern. Now इससे benefit क्या होते हैं? If you want to make a change in notification service, right, you don't really would be messing up anything in, let's say, payment processor, right? So the maintenance becomes really easy of this entire code base. If you want to make any change here, over here, notification service, we can make that change, we can test it, we can deploy it, right? Similarly, if there is a change in invoice generation, we really won't be affecting anything in notification service and payment processor, right? So जो साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स हैं, राइट, किसी भी चेंज के साइड इफ़ेक्ट हैं वो कम हो जाते हैं, राइट, मेकिंग द मेंटेनेंस ऑफ दैट एंटायर कोड बेस easier or straightforward, right? So this is about the benefit of the single responsibility principle, right? And this is the end of this video. Next video will be about open close principle. Yeah, thanks for watching.